turn 9 right, open at junction. 3 left fast and 2 right on to turn 9 right, 9 left, keep through walls. Nine right and 3 right opens into right long, 2 right and 3 right into 4 left and turn hairpin left at road sign, handbrake. Hairpin right.
What's the plan of action for Alastair Flack rally car, John?
Right, what we're going to do is basically work from the front to the back. So all the trim off to start off with around this area, then front panel or wings, whichever way it works out, and then try and work around this crush stone. That's going to be the biggest issue, I think. But yeah, we'll get going and keep on it till it's done.
To this one, Jim. What are we doing to this one?
We're doing the struts now. We're just trying to get it back on the road, really. You know, running reliable, and then hopefully I'll then do the bodywork and move on to using it more regular. You know, than just sitting on my drive.
Is it going to be a repaint as well?
Well, it's going to have both doors need doing, the bonnet, some metal work needs putting in, and then he wants pulling back to Inca green, Inca yellow. That's the one.
Okay. And it's a genuine TR7 Sprint.
It is a genuine one, yeah.
And how many of these were built?
It's about 60, 62 max TR7 Sprints ever built. These were going to be like the press launch with SJW, number to S at the end, and then it was just failed because of all the strike action at the time. They decided to can the idea of a TR7 Sprint. It was a bit of a shame.
Just discussing the multitude of spot welds and how to attack it next. There's one row of bolts underneath there, and underneath here another load of spot welds, and then about 200, well, a good 30 or 40 spot welds along there. So I'll have a bit of take the week, and then we'll come back and attack it again. See how we get on. It did stand up remarkably well. I haven't got the chassis legs, it's not what it looks. But then, a little bit of steel there.
That was bent, wasn't it, as he had it straight?
I don't think he has. I think that was probably all right. It's supposed to just panel, like as soon as you question that corner, if it's gone in like that. This is all strengthened, so seam welded everywhere. It's like just there's a crack in the filament in the ceiling down there, so something's happened in the area. That could be where that's pushed back that way. Just move this around. You always said they were very strong cars, and that proves the point.
Okay. Right, there we go.
So Paul, have we got new units going in? Is that the plan?
Yep, we round the corner, we've got some powder coated one, new springs, we'll put them together tonight, and then that'll be it, back on tomorrow morning. Let's find out.
Find out who ran you.
Bits have to come off the old hubs to go in the new, do they?
Bits of it do, but we're not replacing the bearings are good, so we're just going to carry on with that. Put the old ones back in. Jim can strip off the back plate, which would be nice.
Yeah, we'll do that. There's things about it, oh, that's the one I want then.
crack there has appeared more or less as I loosen this panel off, just as stuff de-stresses. Just open that up, it has.
So the panel's bolted on as well as welded?
It is indeed, yeah. Along this edge here is a row of bolts with a spacer plate. Well, like a joint washer sort of idea. Goes in like that way round. As I'm taking it out, it's relieving this stress here, just cracking up here. It's strange odd the bumps is sat there. All this stuff's still under tension. As usual crash repair stuff, it's just getting in there. Things tend to bend over and what have you.
Is that the only bolts on the wing, or is it
spot welds? The rest of it's spot welds, yeah. All on there. That panel there, that's going to be fun getting in there. Got to get in there somehow. Spot welds drill out there, there's a pop it up a bit. There along the front panel, spot welds. Unless there's anything hidden. Yeah. Wire it up.
Greasy socket.
Is that supposed to have a torque wrench setting, Jim?
No, just half a turn back. Pretty greasy, isn't it?
Dig around there with screws on.
Yeah.
Some spot welds there.
Where they've done it, along that line there. Bit filler
Well, you might as well be doing, you know. Don't worry about the ones you can't get to in a minute.
Definitely gone through that one. Can we take this cable out, maybe? I suppose we'll catch it.
I'd like to done, but it's I think it's meant to put on it after.
Oh, moving the car then. Must be too strong. I need my hammer now.
Well, you said you worked at Aston Martin. No, they had chisels that big where you work.
Oh, you finished? I've got my side now.
Just a little bit in this corner then.
Not very much holding on now.
No, just
See that there? No, don't chisel there. What you need to do, you look inside here. Just there.
Well, we drill about
That one there. Yeah. Drill that out. That takes that bit off there.
They're the ones we'll just go with them hockey sticks when we call them.
There goes right, yeah.
Well, they're the only ones holding on. She's getting ready to go off this.
Yeah, we need to drill to get that
this one you can't really see.
Just there it is. Yeah.
Let's bring a broom with us tomorrow.
Sorry?
Let's bring a broom with us tomorrow.
Broom? Oh, what's that, to fly away?
A broom to sweep up our backs.
Oh, hammer. Oh, most exciting bit there. I'll be able to finish yours off after. Borrow the hammer.
Yeah, it's better.
Got exactly where I need to hit it.
It's not as easy this side because you can't.
Goes round on that tank. Got that out, have you?
Maybe I'll open it up for you if you're lucky. The wing's knackered anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's still.
Can you whack it through there?
There you go. Just trying to find where that.
I think there's 2 spot welds at angle, I do.
Hammer.
There.
There's only normally one. Hang on.
Where's the blue and white apron?
Blue and white, no. Getting that edge out now so you can nearly get into it.
Yeah.
If we want to start drilling them and putting that long long screwdriver underneath it and keep working it along, and we'll slowly but surely get to the upper end. We'll start on this end and work along. But I've had to struggle to get that one open up first to get to drilling it. I've been using that bit. To open it up. It's closed, wasn't it, originally? At least we've got a gap, haven't we, now to go for?
Yeah, the only way I think we can get away with
That's an easier side to go for
Got
first.
this bit here as well, haven't we? There.
That's that on a spot.
That goes onto the bottom of the wing.
And it's still got metal anti on this one. And there's some there attached to that bit.
Well, that's what it is there. That seam there.
Yeah.
I think he's filled it, but
Yeah,
it's where you
those
need to
there.
be.
That's when you get that, YKC 86. I think I'm right as well. I think that's that there. I don't know about
did have its limitations. Some of the rockers used to wear out. What we found was that some of the rockers used to have a lacquer build up on them with the temperature. The ones that had a lacquer didn't wear out. The other ones were metal to metal and used to corrode, used to wear out. So eventually they put oil feeds in the rockers to feed the oil to the exhaust end of the valve.
And you said this went off to Bosch.
Yes, we had an engine, I understand, go off to Bosch, who put fuel injection on it. The idea was to get a clean engine and for the American market at the time, and to get 100 horsepower per litre out the engine, which I think they did eventually. And they had huge ram pipes running on the test bed at the time. I believe it cracked the cylinder block. The main bearings cracked because of that power that was on it at the time.
So it was quite a groundbreaking engine, really, wasn't it?
It was, yes. And they eventually put it in the early ones. The first one they put in a dolomite, two-door dolomite body, with the idea of calling it the Rallyman and going Ford Escort type racing and rallying. But eventually product planning came in from the Austin Morris, and convinced the team to put in a four-door body with velour upholstery and go for the BMW market, which is where the Dolomite Sprint came from. Originally the Dolomite Sprint, they made hundreds. The first batch were all in yellow, and they were all badged Dolomite 135, and it wasn't until they tested the production engines that they only found they got 127 brake horsepower out of them. So all the first batch, there must have been hundreds around the factory, all had to have the badges changed on the front, and all the Dolomite 135 badges were binned. If anybody got one of those, it'd be quite a rare thing to have. and they just put normal Dolomite badges on then. So that was quite a rare thing to happen, I guess.
And someone had to do stronger gear levers because a certain rally driver was breaking them.
Yes, we had a guy called Ken Tomlinson used to do the gearboxes in Radford for the special tuning, and there was a instance where Tony Pond bought the gearbox back with a bent gear lever. So they had to put a stiffer gear lever in for Tony Pond because he could bend the current production versions. Hard to believe, but that's what really happened. The first time I think one of these plastic dashboards had been used in production in volume, and it proved really problematic with squeaks and rattles. There was a whole team of engineers working on it to stop it squeaking and rattling. Takes me back years sitting in here, I suppose.
It was quite a revolutionary interior, wasn't it? And the keypacks instruments on the in the dash.
Yeah.
And an ergonomic design. It's followed on from the Stag, I suppose, and for a sports car, I don't think they'd ever done anything as comfortable. I don't think there's been anything like it since.
It was a bit of a step backwards though, because it's got no veneer, no wood, traditional British sports cars. So it was a leap of faith into the future of where new sports cars or modern sports cars should be, as opposed to traditional sports cars of the old school, I guess.
I started as an apprentice in 1974, and I was aligned predominantly to the engineering department at Fletch North, where I missed the tail end of the TR7 launch, so they'd been in production at Speak for about 12 months, but obviously was involved in some of the Sprint work and TR8, Links, the Links program, SD2, so on and so forth.
You built the Links for this occasion?
Links 15, yeah, I was an apprentice. I helped assemble that car from a painted body shell through to the car that it still is today, yeah. And chopped most of the Linkses up and made them into broadsides.
Which is a shame, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a shame, yeah.
But you really liked the Links, didn't you?
I did, yes, very much so.
What was it you liked about it, do you think?
The fact that it got a V8 engine in it. It was a bit of a handful I seem to remember, because at the time I'd have only been a very young lad, believe it or not, but yeah. So it was a bit of a handful, but yeah, it was the styling of it, probably wasn't as, it was a bit more sort of subdued than the TR, which was a real wedge, but the styling of it, the fact it's 2+2, it was more practical, let's say. But also the motor in it, the Rover V8 engine.
Presumably you were there when the TR7 drop head got going.
Yes, as when I was apprentice, there was a detail fitting department within the engineering department at Fletch North. And as apprentices, we spent probably 3 months there. And one of the projects I did was to manufacture the first hood framework, making the actual elements of it, the individual parts of it, off wooden blocks that had been formed by the model shop. And then that went into, I think it would have gone into the TR7 that had been brought back from Michelotti's when they cut the top off. Because when it came back from there, it would have had a wire frame on it, so it wouldn't have been an operational. And then from there they went to the full engineering car, which would have had all of the structural improvements to give it the torsional rigidity it would have had.
You kept in touch with Mr. Lee for the rest of your life?
Yeah, pretty much so. Yes. He was around. I can remember later in my when I'd finished my apprenticeship, before I went to work in the vehicle proving department, which was more Rover and Austin Rover. He was working on the LM10, LM11 projects. That was Maestro and Montego, and he had quite a lot to do with the high performance versions as well. But yes, I remember working alongside him there as well. We spent quite a bit of time at Canley working on in a cold room, working on things like the fully automatic starting devices, which were sort of automatic chokes, early versions, yeah. And in the powertrain area as well, we were doing quite a lot of work at the time on the PE 146, 166 engines, the engines that went into the SD1 Rover. At the same time, there's quite a lot of work going on in the Sprint engine and the fuel-injected versions of the Sprint engine.
And what are you doing now, Brian?
So today I run the Jaguar Land Rover Classics business. So I'm the production manager there, and so I've gone full circle. So we're restoring E-types and doing continuation mode on D-type Jaguars. But I'm back on Land Rovers as well, so I'm working on Series 1 Land Rovers, Range Rover first generation, so anything from 70 to 77 restorations, and also quite an exciting project that we've just launched, which is putting 400 brake horsepower V8 engines into Defenders. But just so everyone's happy and feels safe, we put big brakes on it as well.
It's on it now, slightly. That's it. Now we just need to get the other side lined up now.
Look at it again. Normally we can do it on the arm with the blade. Yeah.
Might be able to. If I push this arm over, can you see it? Line it up.
I can't. I need a torch which is in my bag. But
How's it going, Mr. Lucas?
Not bad, sir, not bad at all. This wing's away at the top. Just working around the wheel arch now. Decided to cut them off out there, because that jacking point is actually attached to the wing as well. So cut it off there and then maybe tighten it up back from there. So get it all free and then the monster chisel, wherever it's got. Just get a line out there. We'll worry about that afterwards once the main wing's out of the way. Yeah, all going fine.
Jolly good show, sir.
these are
not very good, are they? I had to move them. Yeah, they were catching the disc.
Really?
You had to move them exactly bang middle.
Right.
To be fair.
The old ones are better. We'll put the new one.
We'll put the old ones back on, I suppose. These are longer than one.
I'm trying to put these on because make it easy. Yeah. Get my knees back.
Target reached with as far as the wings are concerned, they come off all right. Well, come off anyway. Now we're just going to strip this door panel off and try and bash some of it out so it sits a lot better when Alastair takes it back down south tomorrow. So there's no danger of anything blowing out the side of the car, doors pinging open or anything like that. And then tomorrow take some of the trim off at the back, because as you look at the back of the car, it's been pushed right across. You can see it's closed the gap across the back. So the lights will have to come out, the bumper will come off, and we'll probably see more once it's off as far as that damage is concerned. So just helping him out really, and then maybe towards the end of the day start on picking some spot welds on that roof. The actual roll cage is welded to the roof, so we can't actually get the roof off, but we can help out where we can, you know. So that's tomorrow's mission.
And today has been another successful day.
It has indeed.
Judging by how much they've done.
Yeah, it has indeed, yeah. They fought a bit, those wings, but got to come off, but no choice, have they? So, dictated by a wing.
Very good.
This area here was the first impact. He spun, he hit there, he steered into the skid, he sent the front round and up a bank and down the ditch from there. It rolled over gracefully onto his roof. So hopefully, once this is pulled across, it will go that way and hold that rear panel will follow. Went in that way, so it should go back. That will save the cost of a rear panel. But we'll see what's on tomorrow. Get this pump off tomorrow, get those lights out. We might see a bit more. And help them out from there.
So the roof's coming off, is it, or are we just preparing it to come off?
He said he wants it off. I'm just trying to get it, the door sit right, you know, so we've got a nice gap like that all the way along. It's not that bad, is it now?
That's very good.
Before it was, it comes shut. So it's going parallel, as long as this door's sitting right, he's going to have a gap. And I'll have the whole edge looking now nice and flat like it should. Going for, yeah. So I've got an evenish gap. I think his door's slightly, one's picking up, but I think I'm getting closer anyway. You can shut the door now, can't you? It's not quite a BMW, you know, Volkswagen clunk like that. So try again. It's not far off. I'm only joking. The customer will never notice.
What else have you done today, John?
I've straightened most of this door frame out so we can get the door closed, and I left my learned apprentice Jim the Hammer Johnson loose on the car to sort the rest of it out. He's fine fettling, I think we call this.
You've taken the
bit I've done, look,
it's alright, mate, yeah.
You are not perfect, but a little bit of bang there, just two more whacks.
It's as good as factory.
Yeah, they was perfect in the factory, yeah, you're right.
So
Look, I've got the Volkswagen clunk.
Yeah, click-ish.
Oh,
That's what it was, isn't it?
It's always perfectionist, isn't it?
You've had the rear lights out.
Yeah, started taking the back apart, so that's got to be pulled across, as we've mentioned before. So done that for him. Going to probably have a go at the rear bumper, possibly later.
Right.
In the meantime, let Jim.
Has this been a successful show? You got everything done you hope to get
I
done?
think so, yeah. There's a few good things come out of it. But yeah, very good.
And what about Alastair's rally car? Is that to the state we were hoping to achieve by the end of the show?
Yeah, it's got to the place where he can now get it onto the jig, get it measured, pulled out, and then repair it. Yeah, all good, successful for him, really. He's very grateful.
Excellent. And Mr. Johnson, how about your car? Did you get everything done on it that you needed to get done?
I think so, yeah, I've got everything done. Suspension, gearbox mounts, everything's done, I think. I did have a few jobs left over, but you don't want to end up with a car that won't start at the end of the show, do you, really?